Okay, I guess we're good now. Are we? There's still some kind of a reflection on my eyes, but what can I do? What can I do? So Excalibur says, I was just about to say, did you switch to your Jedi self, Mehran? Yeah, I guess I did. Your face is glowing. Yes, I guess I did. Julius Dale says, hey Mehran, I'm a male 21 from New Hampshire. Oh, famous place, New Hampshire. Well, we follow the elections race in United States, as it is very important for the world. So these cities are well known, and when I see a friend from that neck of the wood, it's just interesting. So he says, hey Mehran, I'm male 21 from New Hampshire, US. There is a girl in one of my classes I like to get to know better. I think she's interested, but she doesn't always answer my text. Yeah. Remember, text is something written, and usually people who don't know themselves much, they may or may not be willing to participate on many texts at the same time, especially when they don't know each other, so they don't feel comfortable maybe. So why don't you simply do it in the old-fashioned style, and when you're in a class with her after the class, just, you know, approach her and say hello and see where that goes. Just hello, nothing more. Just see what happens. Julia says, should I just ask her and see what happens? We have some good conversations, I think. Well, you've discussed with her, you know her then. Obviously, you've talked to her. Well, you know, maybe when you're talking to her and you're in the middle of your discussion, maybe just the beginning, and you say, hey, listen, why don't we have some tea and continue our discussion? We can, you know, take a break till the next class or something. And see what, just kind of non-serious way, but at the same time seems appropriate because you're discussing something anyhow, and then you say, why don't we go to cafeteria and have tea and discuss this, or why don't we get a tea? Would you like to get a tea? Or maybe you just don't say why don't we, just say, you know, would you like to have a tea? Or, you know, I feel like having a tea, would you like one? You know, something like that. You know, I'm gonna give myself a tea, would you like one? We can continue our discussion, you know, while we drink our tea. Something like that. It doesn't look like a date, it doesn't look like a commitment, but it just looks like something that we drink and talk. And maybe you can, so it would not be some kind of a, you know, a big deal to her and or neither to you, and you should not think of it as a big deal, just something that you want to do with this, you know, wonderful person that you seem to be fond of. And that's all. And if she was open to it, great. If she wasn't open, then you just move on and don't make a princess out of her in your own mind and create a certain image that you will fall in love with that image, and then the more you fall into it, the more she kind of, you know, moves back, and then you are enticed to follow, and it just becomes imbalanced approach or relationship and just not worth it. Julia says, well informed, we just had a few campaigns stop by through my town to the I see, you're talking about the election things. We just had a few campaigns stop by through my town today. Actually, thank you for your advice, Mehran. Good. And Chris says, it seems like it might be W challenge to find, or maybe be a challenge. W and A are close to each other, I guess. It might be a challenge to find a long-term relationship these days. Online dating and mobile phones are there. With their apps like Facebook has made it easy for people to monkey branch and go off. Chris says, go off with someone else. It's all a bit daunting these days. Well, don't fall into what is or what is not today. Just follow your own preferences, and don't think that you have to participate in how things are today because how things are today. No, you still can look for what is suitable and proper according to what you think it is suitable and proper, not according to, well, that's the trend, that's how it is. No. What's the use of being part of a trend where you actually don't, feel comfortable with that trend? And it will fall apart because you're not part of that mentality anyhow. Excalibur says, so apparently almost half the planet is deficient in vitamin D. Okay, where did that come from? Out of the blue, out of the left field, you come up with some journal from somewhere. Okay, possibly. Yeah, well, usually, places where we're tropical and lots of sun, that's they're getting more vitamin D than the others. Excalibur says, I was reminded because I know you like supplements. Yeah, well, I have added one more supplement to my group of supplements that I take, or maybe two. Ashwagandha is something that I used to have it before, but I forgot all about it, so now I bought it and added up. And also oil of oregano capsules, oil of oregano soft gels, which is pretty good for repelling, parasites or things that may or may not be, you could be exposed to, or even insects that you're traveling and so on. It usually it's a deterrent of that sort of things. So, and it's also good for disinfecting and cleansing the system. And ashwagandha, of course, is relaxing at the same time, helps with possibly promoting nitric oxide in some ways, which I'm not clear how, but it could be helpful for that. And L-arginine, of course, is you can find it in the watermelon's skin. If you juice watermelon with skin, you'll find that it has L-arginine in the watermelon skin. So donkeys are smarter than us because they always eat the skin of the watermelon as well as the watermelon. So I've lately become as smart as donkeys. So I have I eat the watermelon and keep the skin, and then I juice the skin and have it whether by itself or mixed with some other freshly squeezed juices. So it's wonderful. Excalibur says all minerals and vitamins are extremely important. Yes, of course. I've also started taking the branch of amino acid when I work out, because I never did, and I now do. All right, guys, so it looks like we have answered all the questions. There are no more questions here, and it's time for me to yeah, pomegranate is always great. I start the morning with pomegranate. Lemon juice is great. Who's the man, or holds the man? Says, just wanted to say thanks. Absolutely love your content and channel. Thank you very much. Great of you to share that with us. I'm delighted that you were here. It's time for us to actually say goodbye. I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you guys. And I look forward to have a chat with you again maybe next Friday. In the meantime, have a wonderful week and be good to yourself, to the others, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Sarah, do you have a question? Hang on, guys. Sarah, I don't see a question here. That's why I didn't. Where is the question, Sarah? I don't see the question. Oh, okay. Try next week. All right. Perfect. All right. See you guys later. Okay. Bye-bye. Sarah, I don't see it. Send it to me by a comment, and I will and send me your email, and I will maybe record the answer and send you a short recording. That's the service I have on my site, but this one will be complimentary for you. Okay. Sarah, what is... Oh, I see. No, you can use my email address that I just put up there, so you don't have to pay for it. And I put my email address here somewhere, yeah, for some people. Here, Mehran at mind@seekstruth.com. And if I know the answer, I would send you a short recording on it. If not, then next Friday bring it up, and perhaps we can do that. I hope it's not urgent. If it's urgent, then just make a Skype appointment with me and we'll discuss it thoroughly. Just register for half an hour and I'll give you another half an hour for free. That 1 hour would be enough. Otherwise, next Friday, because I don't see the question here, no matter how many times you go up and down. So, if you don't mind, then I'll go and get ready for my appointments. I love you all again and talk to you later.